Good morning, guys. I am finally out of the sling. It's been such a long road for me, and it feels like years since I have been able to move my right arm. Yesterday we had my appointment with my orthopedic surgeon. We did it over the laptop because of the lockdown, obviously. So had a bit of an evaluation of all the movements that I'm able to do. It seems like I've definitely got nearly zero range of motion at this moment. It's been 5 weeks in the sling, and this time around I was really not able to do like anything. I was just allowed to be in the sling and do this. So last time with my other shoulder operation, I was able to at least take off the sling and then do some range of motion exercises that the physio gave me. So this time it was really a fragile operation because my shoulder dislocated towards the back, and really only 2% of dislocations worldwide happens to the back. So I was seriously unlucky to have posterior dislocation happening. But what happened is that the dislocation to the back caused my muscles towards the front to become loose and unstable as well. So there was this both ways of instability, and not like in this one where it dislocated like the common dislocation towards the front and it was easy to rehab because it's only the one direction where it's unstable. So this shoulder has been super fragile in the sling, and I think that my road to recovery is going to be a lot more intense and long process than last time, unfortunately. So that is also why we did the operation so early in the year, because I knew that I have got then a half a year for Ludritz to be ready, because the rehabilitation, the doctor said, will take 6 months for me this year, which this one took like 4 to 5 months. So at the moment, it's very important that I still keep it like really careful with it, because it's very fragile still. There's a lot of things that still needs to heal. So I'm definitely not going to rush into my rehabilitation. My first priority is just to get range of motion back. My abilities in comparison to my correct arm is the left arm can go all the way up there, and the right arm is like I can lift it like not higher than that. That's pushing it there. So I'm about there now. And towards the sides, obviously this hand I'm fine all the way. I'm about there. But I've got like zero power, there's zero muscle there, so gravity feels like insanely heavy on me at the moment. And then towards the back, not much further than that. So, and then towards the side, I can just reach there. So I've got quite a bit of work to do with regards to range of motion. I'm going to really have to do a lot of range of motion exercises, but I'm really hopeful because I know this shoulder has been operated, I've been through rehab, and it's working 100%. I've been getting quite a bit of questions as to how well this shoulder has recovered after the operation. So yes, it recovered super well. I did do a ton load of rehab, so it was a lot of work. I put in like double workouts every single day for 3 to 4 months. So it is definitely now feeling like a normal shoulder again, for sure. For the next 4 weeks, I will only be doing range of motion exercises. And I'll try to every week, once a week, give you guys a little bit of an update as to where my range of motion is, so that you guys can follow the whole progress with me and see how quickly or how slowly I progress with this arm. I'm basically allowed to do most of the movements that I showed you guys with my stretchy cord, towards the front, towards the side, towards the back. I can do a little bit of pulling backwards. I'm not allowed to pull forward, and I'm also not allowed to pull to the side because it's towards that angle that it could be slipping out again. So I'll just stick to that sort of combination of exercises for now. I've also been getting a lot of questions which I will answer soon. One of them I'll answer now because I think it's applicable before the workout. So someone asked me exactly the essential workout equipment that I do have at home. So as you guys know by now, I do a lot of core work and floor work. So the most important part of the setup that I do have, and I wouldn't recommend anything else, is this mat. It's basically, it's really a thick mat. It's super nice. It really makes your core exercises absolutely pain-free to do, because a lot of women get these pain here at the back on the hip bone. So this thing is, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it's called Head Start, and I basically got it at Sportsman's Warehouse. And it's really the thick one. It's not a yoga mat. I know you get those thin little yoga mats, but those are really too thin. So this is the only one that really works for everything. So then the second thing that I definitely always have, and these ones I also got at Sportsman's Warehouse, but I do not recommend buying this brand. These are ankle weights. They are, each one of them is 1 kilogram. Yeah, 1 kilogram. I don't go heavier than that because it's really unnecessary, because the kind of muscles that I work doing ankle weights are these small little muscles that you don't want to overload with a lot of weight. You rather do more reps with light weight. So these are the ones that I use, and you can also use them on your wrists, so it makes them super versatile. But like I said, I would not recommend this brand. These are Body Sculpture ankle weights. They are really fragile. They've been breaking like quite a lot. I've been getting quite a bit of problems. But luckily my father-in-law is a genius with his industrial stitching, so he helped me to make them really solid. They are lasting now for the longest ever, so very grateful. But I recommend rather go online and see if you guys can get like a really high quality brand. Then obviously I'm not a big fan of free weights, but I do have this, only 2 kilograms, 2 of them, which makes some of the exercises easier to do, especially the upper body exercises. But I'll show you guys the upper body exercises as soon as I can use my right arm again. There's a lot of stuff that I can still show you guys later on when this arm is fixed. And then obviously, as you know, my favorite, these bands are the best. This one is for rehab and this one is for strength training. So I only use these two. I don't use anything much heavier than that. The guys might want to use that thick green one I showed you last time. And then I also have this, the easy one. Then there's a light one, a medium one, and a really hard one. So I will do a whole video on them soon. It's just difficult, like I said, at the moment with my one arm that I'm not able to use. So I'll see what I can do. 1 or 2 things in the next workout will be using one of these guys. Then I've also got my pink exercise ball, which you guys have seen a lot of. Brandy is so scared of this ball. I have no idea why. He's such a big dog, but he's got such a small heart. I have been getting quite a bit of questions about Brandy, which I will answer in a completely separate video, because I think he is a whole world on his own. We will do a video with him some other time, because there's so many questions about him. And then lastly, or not lastly, second lastly, is a jumping rope. It's handy to have wherever you go. It also helps a lot with your hand-feet coordination. It's super good for your cardiovascular fitness. I would almost say jumping rope before you start your workout as a warm-up is better than running on the treadmill, definitely. And then lastly, I always have a towel, because I'll soon show you guys the exercises that I do using the towel. It's basically my personal foot slider. So a lot of the core exercises that I do when I've got both arms, I use a towel on the floor to be able to slide with my feet on the floor. But I'll still get to that later on with you guys when I can do those exercises again. Thank you guys so much for all your amazing ongoing support with my whole shoulder journey, now that both my shoulders has been operated. So I'm really grateful for all the amazing messages and encouragement and positivity that's been going on my pages. It's extremely valuable and helpful. So I'll keep you part of the journey and share my progress with you guys.